Hello my dear friends. So welcome to this class, and we are dealing with the climate of our country, and in today especially we shall deal about the monsoon. We said we have the monsoon climate in our country, and the way the monsoon enters in our country and the way it returns back, withdraws. That is what we are going to see today. So we said the monsoon enters into India due to different facts. The previous class we saw about all these things, and because of different currents and different pressure systems, the monsoon is entering into India, and then after a few months it will be withdrawing back to the same place. That way we receive monsoon rain in our country every year regularly. So we can follow in your textbook, page number 30. The onset and withdrawal of monsoon. So the monsoon, unlike the trade, are not steady winds but are pulsating in nature, affected by different atmospheric conditions encountered by it on its way over the warm tropical seas. So we said about another wind called trade winds. They are very steady every year. But these monsoon winds, they are not very steady. Sometimes they are more regular, sometimes they are weak, sometimes strong, sometimes irregular, and so on. So the monsoon winds, they are pulsating. Pulsating means sometimes it is going up and down, pulsating, or sometimes big, sometimes small. So that is called pulsating. So these monsoon winds are pulsating very much. They are not very steady like the trade winds. And the duration of the monsoon is between 100 to 120 days. So the number of days that we experience monsoon in our country is from 100 days to 120 days. So these are the duration. That means almost 3 months we get monsoon rain, and normally it is from early June to mid September. So the time that we have is starting from June to September. That is the time that we receive this rainfall. And around the time of its arrival, so when this monsoon rain or monsoon wind is about to arrive into our country, the normal rainfall increases suddenly and continues constantly for several days. So before the monsoon reaches in our country, we may be having small amount of rain. That is called pre-monsoon showers. And when these small rains or these light rains are going on, then suddenly the monsoon reaches in our country. Then suddenly the amount of rainfall increases, and that is called the burst of the monsoon. Suddenly we see the rain is increasing. That is called burst, sudden coming out, the sudden burst of the monsoon. So that is taking place at the beginning of monsoon, and can be distinguished from pre-monsoon showers. So pre-monsoon showers were very small rains, very light rains, they are not very heavy, but suddenly we see the monsoon rain comes. That means the rain becomes stronger, it is accompanied by very heavy wind and so on. So we can distinguish between the pre-monsoon rain and the monsoon rain by observing the force of the rain, the power of the rain. Then The monsoon arrives at the southern tip of the Indian peninsula by the first week of June. So let us see in the map how the rain is coming into our country. So it is starting in the southern tip of the country. So it will start from entering from this southern tips and entering into other parts of the country. And so the first week of June, usually the first week of June, the people in the south, they experience the monsoon rain. And then subsequently, it divides into two, the Arabian Sea Branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. So when it is entering into south, what happens? The wind is dividing into two. One will go to this sea, Arabian Sea, another one will go to Bay of Bengal. So the wind is divided into two and it goes in two directions. One in this direction, another one in this direction. And then the Arabian Sea Branch reaches Mumbai about 10 days on approximately the 10th June. So if the monsoon wind is reaching here on 1st June, then the Arabian Sea Branch, it will go to Mumbai is here. So it will reach to Mumbai up within 10 days. So the wind to reach up to Mumbai, it takes 10 days. So then the Mumbai will be getting the rain. This is a fairly rapid advance. This is quite fast. The wind is moving and reaching up to Mumbai within 10 days. That is a very fast, very good speed. And then the Bay of Bengal branch also advances rapidly and arrives in the Assam first week of June. So another branch of this monsoon, that is going to Bay of Bengal, that will travel much faster and reach here in Assam, the northeast. So it moves to the northeast and it also is reaching there within a week. So it is much faster. And the lofty mountains cause the monsoon winds to deflect towards the west over the Ganga plains. So when this Bay of Bengal branch of the monsoon wind reaches Assam, and we know there are in the northeast a lot of mountains are there, and these mountains, because of these mountains, the wind is deflected towards the west. So it cannot go straight again. The mountains are blocking, and therefore it is changing the direction and moving towards the west of our country, and it reaches the Ganga plain, this area, the northern plains. And then by mid-June, the Arabian Sea branch of the monsoon arrives over Saurashtra, Kutch and the central part of the country. So another branch is, we said, within 10 days it will reach Mumbai. Then from there, that also will move to Saurashtra region and to the central part of India. It will reach here. So this also is coming from the northeast to the west, and this also is going from the west, from Mumbai to the central India. Then the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal branches, the monsoon merge over the northwestern part of the Ganga plains. So these two again will join together. They will merge together. So far they were blowing in different direction. Arabian Sea branch here, the Bay of Bengal branch here. From here it is turned to the west because of the mountains blocking. Then from here it is moving towards the central India, and over the Ganga plains, both these streams of the wind will merge together and become one again. Then Delhi generally receives the monsoon showers from the Bay of Bengal branch by the end of June. So the area Delhi, it will receive the monsoon rain, the wind coming from from Assam it is deflected. So the Bay of Bengal branch of the monsoon winds will give rain to Delhi mostly by the end of June. So here it is starting from the first week of June. By the time wind reaches Assam and then deflected and reaches Delhi, it takes almost 1 month. By the time June 29, they will be able to receive this rain. And by the first week of July, western Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana and eastern Rajasthan experience the monsoon. So after reaching Delhi, then it moves to Rajasthan, Punjab and Uttar Pradesh. All these places they will get rain in the month of July. So here the south people receive the rain in the month of June, but the people in the north, by the time they receive the monsoon rain, it will be already the month of July. And by mid-July, so by half of July, mid-July, monsoon reaches Himachal Pradesh and the rest of the country. So by the mid-July, by half of July, the monsoon wind will reach the Himachal Pradesh, that is near to Himalaya, and it will reach the rest of the country as well. So by mid-July, all the country will be receiving the rainfall. You can see in your page, in your next page number, the figure number 4.3, the picture is given there, how the rain is reaching, the monsoon is reaching to every part of our country. You can see here. So India is here, and you can see the arrow direction is given how the wind is blowing. Two streams, one is blowing from Arabian Sea side, another one is blowing from Bay of Bengal side. That is how the wind is moving. And so once it is reaching all over the country, what happens? They start withdrawing, they start coming back. So withdrawal or a retreat or the monsoon is more gradual process. So going that side, entering the monsoon wind is very quick, but withdrawing or going back, it is a very gradual, slowly they are coming out. The withdrawal of the monsoon begins in northwestern states of India by early September. So the beginning of September, the northeastern states will be deprived of this monsoon. The monsoon winds will be coming out from northeastern states by the beginning of September. Then by mid-October, by October half, it withdraws completely from the northern half of the peninsula. So by the time October half, almost half of the India, the northern part of India will be already deprived of this monsoon. The monsoon will be coming down, crossing down from this northern side of India. Then the withdrawal from the southern half of the peninsula is fairly rapid. So once the wind is withdrawing from this middle of India, central India, it is entering into southern region, then the wind moves faster, very fast it is withdrawing from the southern side. But from here, the northern part, from the northeastern part, it is slowly withdrawing. Then by early December, the monsoon has withdrawn from the rest of the country. So by the early December, first week of December, all the monsoon wind has already withdrawn from our country. So it enters from the south, goes all over the country, then goes back again to the ocean, Indian Ocean. So by the first week of December, the monsoon wind has already completely withdrawn. Then the islands receive very first monsoon showers. So we know in India we have islands as well. Lakshadweeps are here. Then Andaman and Nicobar Islands are here. So these islands are the first ones to receive the monsoon showers more than or before other parts of the mainland receive rainfall. These parts, these islands which are already laying in the sea, they receive rainfall before any other place in your country. So progressively from south to north, from the first week of April or the first week of May. So the islands that are there in the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, they receive rainfall in the first week of April to the first week of May. So here we receive the rainfall. In the south we receive the rainfall only by June, first week of June. But here these islands in the both sides, they receive the rainfall the first week of April. So almost 2 months early they receive the rainfall. And the withdrawal takes place progressively from north to south from the first week of December to the first week of January. And they receive rainfall at the time when this monsoon is withdrawing. So it's starting from the northern side of the Lakshadweep and going to the southern side. So they receive rainfall again from December, first week to December and first week of January. So in the beginning they receive from April to May, then afterwards they receive from December to January. And by this time the rest of the country is already under the influence of the winter monsoon. So here when this Lakshadweep and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are receiving monsoon rainfall in the month of December and January, the rest of the country, especially the northern India, what happens? They are already under monsoon, winter monsoon. They may be getting some rain, winter monsoon. But here it is not yet winter, it is still the monsoon rain is going on. So that is how the monsoon wind enter into our country and it is withdrawing. So we said the two branches are there. One is called Arabian Sea Branch, another one is called Bay of Bengal Branch. Arabian Sea Branch will travel to Mumbai first and it takes around 10 days. And the wind, another wind, Bay of Bengal branch of the monsoon wind travels straight to Assam and it also takes almost 1 week. And then because of the mountains it cannot go straight, it is deflected and comes to the plain area. And this one also is changing its direction and moving towards the Ganga plains, the Delhi, Kashmir, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, all this part of our country is receiving this monsoon rain, and then slowly they will withdraw and go back. So the first place to receive the monsoon is the islands, and the last place to receive monsoon also is islands. Therefore they receive a lot of rainfall, and by the time the monsoon is completely withdrawing, it is already becoming by the month of December, January. At that time we know all are experiencing very severe winter. So that is how the monsoon is entering into our country and providing rain for every part of our country. So you need to read this lesson several times and learn how the wind is moving, in which direction it is going first, and how it is withdrawing. All that you need to understand nicely. So we have to read the textbook nicely several times, then only you will be able to have that idea, clear idea in your mind. So thank you for listening. Have a nice day.